So as a child, the only love I was shown was harmful love. And I can forgive myself for that. My name is Blanca. I work with juveniles that are in like juvenile hall, group homes, and this is my story. So I grew up in a household where my dad was incarcerated most of my life. He came home, he had a lot of mental health issues, a lot of trauma from being in prison. Violence, was very prevalent in our household, and so there was a lot of times growing up that my dad would like physically harm my mother or us. I learned to not trust males, to not trust any kind of authority. So early on, I was learning how to fight, I was arguing, felt like I was the only one that could protect my mom. She couldn't protect herself, somebody had to, and so we learned that the police weren't gonna save us, nobody was gonna come rescue us, and somebody had to fight. Chaos was normal. And it led to reacting to a lot of situations negatively and violently. It led to somebody losing their life and sent to prison for it. Going to prison at 21 was so earth-shattering. I went to prison understanding I was the problem. I was what's wrong with society. Everything about me needed to be fixed. And so at that time in prison, I was like at complete end. Who's gonna help me? And it all stems from me not feeling safe. It was just very hard to live with, to just really believe that you were defective and you weren't gonna be able to obtain this next level. Upon paroling, I did come home and to my husband. He married me while I was incarcerated. He was my boyfriend, then my husband. Then in 2019, I was 38 weeks pregnant, July of 2019. I went to my 38-week checkup, and I was pregnant with a little girl, Brianna. And at that appointment, she did not have a heartbeat. She did pass away. I delivered her stillborn. I had a real hard time accepting the fact I was having a little girl, because in my world and my truth, little girls were the ones that were hurt the most. That at the time brought up a lot more trauma, but brought up some things in me that I did not like after she passed away. And one of the things I did not like was my constant talk and belief she was gonna be tough. She was gonna be a fighter. She was gonna be a survivor. Because I'm a fighter, I'm a survivor. So the church offered services for me and my husband to process the grief of my daughter. And we did take the church up on the offer. And it was Dr. Mondo, and then he presented the cheat code to me. And as he was explaining it to me and describing it to me and part of it to me, I was very, very hesitant. The process with this cheat code was very, very intense and very amazing. And I with the cheat code, in particular, I worked on my struggles around my daughter. I was able to identify and separate my love for her and the love I was shown. So as a child, the only love I was shown was harmful love. And I can forgive myself for that, because I loved her. Through the loss of her and through the process of the cheat code is I need to heal all of me so I don't raise my children with the same fears that I grew up with, because they don't exist in my household. They don't exist in my family. And to be able to walk myself through all these different stages of hurt and trauma and memories to finally get to a place of love. And that's what part of the cheat code is, allowing me to let go of all these fears that I carry with me daily that I'm not even aware of. And once it's removed, how much easier we could breathe, how much easier we can adapt to our life and our surroundings. And it is powerful, and you will be so much better and so much freer at the end.